welcome. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you, even though I can't see you, but it's good to see me. But anyway, it's great to be here. It's really great to be here. Our goal tonight is to just get us excited and see what we can talk about. And I'm going to make one change if you'll hang on just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. That light was just shining right in my face. I couldn't see anything. Hello from Texas, McKinney. I know where that is. That's close by me. Denver, Wisconsin, Coil City. Oh, Paducah, Kentucky. All over. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you all along. So there's so many wonderful things that we can be sewing. I just get inspired all the time. I have all this beautiful fabric behind me, and I look at it and I think, oh my goodness, that would be such a pretty da 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 da. Or look at this, or look at that. So I just love having the fabric. And just so you know, fabrics from Italy, not all fabrics, but most fabrics from Italy are very environmentally friendly. Italy has a very high, I'm going to say Italy has a very high level standard. I'm not sure how exactly you want to say that, of fabrics that, their standards are very high. Certainly not all of them by any means. Everybody's just saying hi to everybody. Oh, you're having trouble hearing? Here, I can actually put this mic on me. Let me see if it gets any better. I put it on my neckline. Is that better? Let me know. Oh, let me know if you can't hear, you guys. I've got a... Hold on. Yeah, we should be okay. I might have just had it too far away from my mouth. Oh, better. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, I just had it sitting there, and I probably wasn't talking as loud as I should be talking. I'm actually getting to where I know where problems are. Like when there's a problem that comes up, I actually know I can't brag on this because then something will go wrong, and I'll be totally off the rails. But I've gotten to where I kind of know if something's gone wrong, how to fix it, which is really exciting. It gives you a lot of confidence. But you know what that comes from? It comes from doing it over and over and over. Okay. All right. So welcome. I hate to, I sometimes when I have the mic there, I get my hair in it. So it really should go. All right, you guys, I'm just going to stick it here. You don't care what my shirt looks like. But I love my shirt, by the way. And we're just going to put it there. That's going to be better. Okay. Okay, so tonight we're going to start talking about what I think. So we talked about jean jackets, and I think jean jackets are just such an important part. If you all will, I know you get out, I know you look around, but if you get out and look around, you'll see they're just being worn everywhere. They're just very, 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 very popular. Okay. The top I have on, no, we'll talk about it here in just a little bit. You get static. I think because I changed the clip now, we should be good. I moved it down. The static is because my hair hits it. And so it should be a little bit better. Hi from Sacramento. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to start with some pictures. We always start with pictures. I know we do, but I want to start with pictures. And the reason I want to start with pictures is because what I want to start showing you is some trends I'm seeing. Now, these trends actually can be worn with jean jackets, so that's why I wanted to bring them in. But things are very light. This is actually the first trend I wanted to talk about. It's like the big shirts. The big shirts are very popular. Their perceived nature is that they're very comfortable and that they're very easy to wear and easy to like. And we're just going to talk about a couple, I'm going to call them secrets that you can do to wear a big shirt and wear it successfully so that it's really comfortable and comfortable as you want it to be comfortable. At the same time, you know, look halfway decent. All right, so if you notice in this shirt, it's full around the bottom, around the hip area, but notice the shoulders are right where they should be. So it gives a feeling of relaxation and very comfortable. And if you notice, this is pattern 325, which is one of our new patterns. And I love this double gauze. I love that it's done in double gauze. We've got a couple fabrics there that are available. 8018 is a real lightweight linen gauze that we have. You could do a tank top, a knit tank top to go underneath so that it's not sheer or that the illusion, it's just such a pretty look. It's a very pretty look. So just a suggestion that this is beautiful. Again, notice she has it with a cream or kind of a light tan colored pant. And I love those beads. So you can see really casual, but at the same time, very put together. So I want to take a look at these big shirts and what makes them work and what makes them not work as well. All right, here's another one. And this is, of course, a fabric we have also. I've put the fabric number on there. I've put the pattern number on there. And the first thing I wanted you to notice was the dart. Because I've got so many times I'll get the question, do I put a dart and a stripe? And you can see I even put an arrow to where that dart is because there's a dart in that stripe. Nobody sees it. You don't notice it. Unless you're really looking for it, you just don't notice it. So I don't want you to worry about it. You want to do it for fit. But notice again how the top part fits her shoulders and the bottom part is big. And that's okay because you're going to wear it with like a skinny jean or a skinny pant, or you're going to wear it with something that is straight leg. The complement to this is, notice it's a straight leg. Notice it could be tennis shoes. It could be sandals. This is really comfortable clothing, but it's great clothing. Now in this, the stripes, I just want you to see the different ways they are. Very simple to do. We're going to get into some pricing a little bit later, but a couple yards, 2 yards, 3 yards will do this. And as you know, pricing gets just, I don't know if it's me or what's going on lately, but prices are just, they're just off the charts. They're just so expensive. But you could make these cuts. You could look at where they go to and where they're from. They're not fitting, so all you do is cut the pattern, add seam allowance, sew it back together. This sleeve is in our new pattern. That's one of our new, pattern number 400. If you haven't ordered it, Sunday's the last day to get those orders in, so you'll want to, and the Peggy giveaway on Sunday. So you'll want to get that pattern ordered. Pattern 400, it's on the Fit to Stitch site. We've got one sleeve that's a gathered sleeve like this with a band at the bottom. Very cute alternative, especially like this when it's done in a stripe. But you'll notice those side pieces are just added in. This is almost like we can just play and just kind of have fun. I love this look. I think it's great. Stripe, very popular. Not only popular, but super classic. Just super classic. We've got some great stripes. So everybody should have a little bitty big shirt to wear. Whoops, what did I not do? Sorry about this. I'm on the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's so easy to hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, I wanted you to see this one because a lot of times we say, what do we do with checks? And do they make me look bigger? They just don't. You know, I wanted to give you this. Both of these are probably pattern 600. 600 is what I have on. So I'm going to go over my top here in just a minute. Pattern 600. So you notice in this case, they did button up the front. They did all of the collar. They did it kind of rolled up the sleeves just as the pattern is. But I'm going to shortcut this just a little bit and show you the one I have on because it took me probably, I don't know, 2 hours to make the shirt I have on. I think I'm in love with this shirt. But anyway, the one on the right, what I want you to notice is it combines 3 different fabrics. And I thought this could really be a lot of fun for us because I'm going to give you a really easy way to do this, a really easy way to make it. And again, 3 fabrics. So 3 fabrics, I put these 3 fabrics up there that I used. 8148 is the velvet that I have on. I'll show you my shirt here in a minute. 8103 is a floral. I think it's a Robert Kaufman Italian cotton. And then 8099 is the blue linen that I put at the bottom. But again, I'll show you it too in a minute. I just want you to get those 3 fabrics off this picture because I put it here. I don't know why I did. I probably should have put it on the next one. But let me show you the shirt I have on. and then we can go from there. So this is the shirt I have on. It's velvet in the front. And these are the 3 fabrics I use. So this was really fun for me. And I don't know, like, I like these 3 fabrics together. I asked several people and nah, those don't look, yeah, they're okay. I got all kinds of mixed emotions, but I really think it's a lot of fun to just, hey, just decide what you want and what you like and just go from there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, as long as you like it, I think that's the main key. And I mean, I love this shirt I have on. So that sleeve, I took a picture of that sleeve because on the left there, that is the new sleeve too. There's 5 different sleeves in this new sleeve pattern. And I got to tell you, I have seen this sleeve. Oh, I'd seen it in Rag & Bone has the sleeve. Lafayette 148 has the sleeve. I just really love that pleated sleeve in the front. And then I use 2 different fabrics, but they're both woven. They pleated well together. And then you can see on the back, 8103 and 8099 are the 2 fabrics I used in the back. And there was no rhyme or reason. I just decided that I really liked a print. And a print in the front and then a print in the back and a solid to kind of blend them together. Now what I did on the neckline, again, this is pattern 600. I left off no front facing. I put the center front on a fold. I cut a V-neck with a French curve. I didn't use anything other than to tuck a seam allowance underneath so I could slip this on over my head. I love this thing. I put a pleat down the back, so I just added 2 inches and then pleated it so it's a 1-inch pleat. Made a seam, cut it off, add seam allowance. This is just so easy, you guys. All of you can do this. There's just, it's just easy peasy. You got a bust dart there. I released the waist darts, so I didn't stitch those waist darts. It's just a lot of fun. And I just really like it. And I made it yesterday. I've had it on all day, and I just really, really like it. Just a fun shirt. Okay, so, and if I have to tell you, I like the velvet of all of the fabrics. I actually like the velvet the best, but I like the linen too. So is $325 based on 600 is the question? It is. Yeah, 600 is the base. Is there a, oh, thanks. It's a super cute top. I love it. I just really like it. And I'm going to tell you, it's just comfortable. But keep in mind when you're doing a big shirt per se, because, there's plenty of room, don't go big through the shoulders, because when you go big in the shoulders, it'll just make you look so much heavier. You can get away with a big shirt, and I'm not going to tell you they're going to make you look thin, but make the shoulders where they should be, at your shoulders. Don't oversize them. When you start oversizing your shoulders, everything almost gets out of control. So that would just be my suggestion for when we're doing stuff like this. Okay, then I want to go on to this next thing, because the next thing we're going to start to make now is we are going to start to make some dresses. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to elongate those blouses. All we're going to do is add length, and we have a whole array of dresses we can make. So there's been a little thing going around about don't buy, these designers, how expensive they are. And you look at this price. This is I think it's a linen dress. Anyway, $1,300 for a linen dress. This is a halter dress. I would guess 2 yards of fabric. I don't know, you guys, we all sew 2 yards of fabrics. Would you say that's the case? So 2 yards of fabric, $1,300. What is that? $750 a yard? Somebody had to pay to sew it, so that's a lot. That's a lot. So there's so much we can do and save by sewing. You guys know, obviously, I'm a big advocate of sewing. I sew. I love to sew. I sew because I love nice things, and I can't afford to buy them retail because they're just so expensive. So if you notice on this is a little halter dress. Again, great look with a jean jacket. Just pick the color jean jacket you have. I put some fabrics in there because I thought one of them was that blue linen I just showed you. Let me turn this off and I'll show it to you. This blue linen. I thought that would just be so pretty in a dress. It's just beautiful. And then literally with a jean jacket, like the denim jean jacket. What a great pairing and a combination together to have a light white and blue dress. And those are one of those, I'm going to go back to that picture for just a minute. One of those fabrics there listed are those fabrics. Is that blue and white fabric? I put that on there. It's just pretty. So we go from the big shirt and we go into halter dresses and dresses and shirt jackets. Let's see, is that, where does the back look like the stripe? What's the back look like? Oh, the stripe one. I don't have a back picture. Sorry, you guys. I can't see close up. I don't have a back picture of the stripe. Let me go back to that stripe for just a minute. Yeah, I don't have a back picture of that stripe. But, I mean, you can find it. Just search for striped blue, white blouse. Striped asymmetric. It'll come up. All the stuff is current, so you shouldn't have too much problem finding it. Okay. So the other dress I wanted to show you is right here, because this is certainly a great style also. Notice again, pattern 600, rolled up sleeves, button down the front. All we did was make this full. The thing about it is, and you know, you're really going into what we're calling the shirt dress, which is what I want to talk about too. So we're talking about the big shirt, wearing the jean jacket with halter dresses and with dresses, because a jean jacket would look great with this as well if you wanted to make it sleeveless or even with a sleeve. And then we're going to go into the traditional shirt dresses. Those things are really prevalent right now in the malls, in the stores. They're very classic. I don't know that there's anything different about them except for the colors. And I do notice, if you will notice with me as we go through these pictures, the shoes. In all cases, they're either tennis shoes, sandals, they're flats. I don't think I've seen a single heel on any of these models in these dresses. It's really interesting how, you know, the trend is just not to do that heel. I mean, you know, not that heels are bad. They're not by any means. So let me show you this next one. This kind of blew me away because we have this fabric. Now, we may have, I'm not sure exactly, this is so close to a fabric we have, but I think the fabric we have is a Gucci. But keep in mind that Gucci and Lafayette 148 are buying fabrics from the same mills. So it could be the same fabric, just from two different designers. This is a shirt dress. Notice the ruche sleeve. See there? That ruche sleeve, that's the sleeve that's in the new pattern. That's the sleeve I put on this top because it's a really good sleeve. The fabric is 8133. We've got several that you could use there. 600 is the dress. You can see it's just lengthened. And then the sleeves are from 400. $800 for 2 yards, 400 a yard. We can do better than that, right? I don't think it's going to be hard to do better than that, you guys. And I think it's a lot more fun. That's just an opinion, but I think it's a lot more fun. Does the shirt you have on have a front dart? Yes. Has a bust dart, it's called. Has a bust dart. It has 600. When you do 600, this is 600. I just laid the center front on the fold and then cut it out. So I didn't change the fit at all. Just did center front on the fold and I did the bust dart. Don't leave out the bust dart. You can leave out the waist darts, but don't leave out. Hello from Dallas? Hey, you're close. I love the striped fabric you made Maggie's out of. So do I. Maggie's blouse, the fabric is beautiful. It's actually back at the store, you know, because we only leave them up for a few days. Those 20 fabrics we only leave up for a few days, then we take them back to the store. It'll circle around, but right now, you know, if you're interested in it, just keep a watch out for it. It'll circle back around and it'll come to where you can get it because it's a beautiful fabric. I love that blouse too. I agree. We have some beautiful fabrics. No brag. Just fact, right? That's what Walter Brennan used to say. No brag, just fact. Okay, I wanted you to look at this next picture. This is Luisa Spagnola. She's a designer from Milan. This is actually a third generation now that I think is running this. It says all female, but the grandson has a big hand in it. But none of that matters. Really, what matters is I wanted you to see this belt. Now, these are 3 different pictures that I picked from her line, and they all had this belt. And this is a really good belt, especially for like a shirt dress. And notice the belts, are matching exactly the same fabric, they're contrasting completely a different fabric, or they're just a blend, one or the other, but they're all good. And what this does is this is a 3 times your waist is what you want to cut the belt. So you start in the front, it wraps around to the back, and then comes back to the front and ties. You can tie it in a bow, you can just wrap, all these different ways. But 3 times your waist is what you're going to need as far as length goes. 2 times your waist will just get you to the front, but you want 1 time your waist, that much hanging down in the front. So 3 times your waist size will do it. You can take a piece of string and just try it and make sure that's enough for you, or that's enough for your likes. If you want that front tie to hang down lower or longer, then you want to make it longer than that. So notice on the right, that picture, the stripe, and the belt is the same. Those stripes don't have to go opposite ways to make less of a visual and to give you a more, to give you shape without making such a harsh cut. You can have those stripes go the same way as the dress. They don't have to contrast and go a different direction. Notice with the red in the center, there's a harsh contrast, and your eye goes to the red, your eye goes to the green, but it doesn't on the stripe. And so anytime you're looking to give yourself shaping is always a good thing. You can use the belt, but then you would know that you'd want to match it to your fabric and not contrast it so that you don't cut yourself up as much. Okay? All right, so question here is, did you say that the pattern 400 has shipped? No. What I said about pattern 400 is Sunday, it's a pre-sale. Sunday is the last day to purchase. I think on there it said we would ship the end of April. I'm not sure when it was. But anyway, Sunday's the last day to order it to get into the Peggy giveaway. And then we'll start to ship it. It won't be next week, but probably, it might be next week or the week after. But we're real close. We're almost there. Okay. Then I want you, and I think if you like making blouses, which I love making blouses, this sleeve is, I mean, the sleeves are just, they make you have one pattern, gives you 5 more blouses. Okay, so let's look at this next thing I want to look at, because so many of us know this designer. And this designer, we know this designer for having fabulous fabrics, but very, very pricey. And we can see that, I wanted you to see this look, because for me personally, I like this look. I like the shirt dress, and I like the pants under, and I like how they complement one another. And notice the different tones. I listed all kinds of fabrics that we could do this with. There's linen, there's denim, there's different colors. We've just got lots and lots and lots to choose from on this. So I thought this was a great look. Again, I want you to notice your shoes, flats, not tennis shoes this time, but flats, but very, very comfortable, very easy to wear. It's very simple to do. I'm sorry, I was reading that question, you guys. What's the width of the belt? Do it about 6 inches. 6 inches, I'm going to go back to that belt for just 1 minute here. I think 6 inches is a really nice width to use. If you are shorter, go to 5. 4 is too narrow, you really won't get the effect. 8 is just too wide, it's too broad. Okay, so I like this look. Again, notice the pricing. That's a lot of money, especially for a couple yards of fabric. All right, I wanted you to see this next Eileen Fisher, because the same look, it's a little bit of color, and I love this. And we have this blue color. We have this really pretty, I've listed the fabrics here, but I think it'd be really pretty in a terry cloth, just a white on tone terry cloth. We've got a terry cloth, it'd be a lot of fun. So I think that whenever I look at these fabrics, or when I look at outfits, I think, well, am I in love with it because it's that fabric, or am I in love with it just because of the look? And sometimes both. So in this case, I like the duality of this. I like the fact that you could wear it, as a tunic, or you could wear it with leggings, or you could wear it with these pants. I just really like the multi-way to do this, or even with different color pants. But again, let's just take a look at those sandals. And it's not just Eileen Fisher. All these pictures that we're seeing, it doesn't matter if it's Rag & Bone or Lafayette 148, they're all doing very casual, comfortable shoes. And I personally think that's a good thing. We need comfortable, casual shoes. Okay, let's take a look at this next one, because I want to show you just something that is, I'm seeing more and more trends on, and that's border prints. Border prints. So let me just repeat. We had big shirts. When you do big shirts in generals, you want to keep the shoulders on your shoulders. You can wear jean jackets over them. They look fabulous over jean jackets, and you're good to go. The big shirts are developing into halters. They also look great under jean jackets or by themselves, either way. And then we go into that classic shirt dress. Many different ways to wear that shirt dress, but what you want to do is make sure that you bring in the waist. You don't want to leave that waist big, floppy, just kind of going all over the place. And then the last thing I want to show you is these border prints, because I listed here border fabrics that we have. Go through them, look at them. They're very stylish. As you can see, you can do the top, the bottom. It doesn't make a difference. They look really great. And notice how simple that top is. Just very simple, just white. It's not taking any attention away from the bottom part of the garment. It's really just allowing that fabric to shine and do what it does best, which is, it's beautiful. It's really pretty. Keep in mind that you can create a border with two different fabrics. I can always cut one fabric off and sew it onto the bottom like this. So that I wanted to show you this so that you could see that. In this particular case, that could easily be done. In some of the other case we're going to look at, a little bit harder to do that. All right, and that's exactly what I was talking about. So you can see this border print. It really, again, look at the price of this. At $350 a yard, that's $175 per yard for 2 yards for a pair of pants. That's a lot for a pair of pants. I think that's a lot. I don't know, $345. Wow. But I love the border, and you can see the beauty of going within. And I know I didn't show the one other picture with this. This is Luisa Spinago, I think is her last name. Anyway, from Milan. They showed it with a black top, and it was a really beautiful blend so that you could really see, it really highlighted the border print when we did that. Okay. Okay, let me answer a couple questions here. Just 1 second, and I'll take away this picture, and then I'll go back, and I kind of ignored the questions. Let me go back. Okay, hello, all of you, hello. Okay, the woven pattern, just to make sure, everybody knows the woven pattern. The woven pattern has not shipped. Pattern number 400 is the sleeves. It has not shipped. It will not ship at the end of next week or maybe the next week, but we'll have them out. I can tell you a lot of this stuff because I actually measured these things. Okay? I wonder what the width is of that bell, or the belt. We talked about that. Okay, love the Eileen Fisher look. It is a great look, but you guys, it's pricey. They really brag about their fabrics being organically, environmentally friendly and all of those things. Every fabric I buy is organically friendly. I probably don't advertise it like I should, but every single fabric I buy is sourced from mills in Italy, and in every single case, they are, appropriate for the environment. They follow all the guidelines. The mills we buy from follow all of the guidelines. I've checked with every source I buy from, and they all stand on the same page. I've heard the mills, I've looked up some of the mills, I've been to some of the mills, and I know that to be the case. These are, Italians. They care about their everything. I'm not going to tell you that all fabrics that come from Italy are that way, because that's just not true. There are some that are very irresponsibly produced. But, I think you'd get tired of me saying, yeah, this is organic and environmentally friendly. It doesn't need to be in every description. Just know that everyone we do is that way. Okay. I do agree with what you're saying. They finally are styling with flats instead of heels. And I think it's because as that baby boom generation ages, we're just, I'm just below that baby boom, but, we're just not doing heels. It's just not going to happen. I mean, that's not to say all the time I love heels. I love a nice heel, but not for every day. We did 418 Fisher's pleated blouse lengthened in the white. I'm sorry, let's see. We do 418 Fisher's pleated blouse lengthened in the white look. Well, Fishers wouldn't. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but that one blouse that I showed that was duplicated, it had 2 layers. It was 320. It was 325. It was like exactly the new blouse that we just put out. What's the pattern number for the blue and white striped blouse? Well, the pattern number that I recommend you start with is pattern 600. Same pattern I have on. I mean, I think when you're looking at blouses and you're looking at the shirt dresses, 600 is a great way to start. But it's certainly not the only one, because the reason we have people say to me all the time, why do you have so many tops and so few dresses? Because to me, you could just add length to a top and you have a dress. So just add length. And you'll find that in most cases, it just works very, very easily. And so it's simple to do and it works well. You make the top. We wear tops typically more than we wear dresses. And that way you have the option too of wearing them with leggings or with a straight little capri pant. You know, it gives you a little more option. Okay? All right. Any other questions? All right, so I'm just going to review. Oh, somebody did ask me the Kai scissor package. The Kai scissor package also is included in the Peggy giveaway. And we actually shipped anyone who had ordered that Kai scissor package, we shipped. As of yesterday, we shipped everything. But somebody said, would you show them what you have? And yes, so this is what it is. There's a kitchen scissor. And the kitchen scissor, I'm going to just make sure I'm not wrong on this. If you'll kind of hang with me for just a minute. I can't get it out. Oh, it's two in there. But I'm pretty sure that the Kai, you can throw it in the washing machine. It's great. Then we have a 9-inch serrated. And do you know what a brand new pair of Kai scissors are like? Oh my gosh, just listen to that sound. They're just beautiful. They're so beautiful. If y'all have not used Kai before, I can spoil you in a New York minute with Kai scissors. And then that's a 9-inch. And then there's a little 5-inch little embroidery scissor, which is amazing. Then there's a little seam ripper. And then there's this little lanyon, I think it's called a lanyon. So basically you can take the little embroidery scissors and stick them in the deal right here. This is what I would wear to put my microphone on. Then I would always have a place to put it. So see, the scissors will stick in that thing. They'll stick in here like that. And then you can wear this around your neck so that your scissors, will stay around your neck. And the blue thing grips to where the scissors won't fall out. So it's nice if you're, if you're trying it on, or if you're fitting, or if you're doing something like that and you're moving from room to room, it's nice to have the scissors around your neck and you won't hurt anybody or anything. So that's pretty cool. I love that little lanyon. I wear mine all the time and it's very helpful. Okay, so that's the Kai scissor package. So for those of you who ask, there you have it. The picture that we have is not the best, so I can totally understand why you wanted to see that. Okay, now I've fallen behind on my questions. Sorry. Did you widen the blouse at the hips? I did not. But keep in mind that when you do this, you're not sewing in the darts. So it all depends on how big you want your big blouse to be. But you got your back darts. I didn't put those in. I didn't put my front darts in. So you're going to get more fullness than you would in a blouse. But I just extended it down. I measured. I knew that was enough. But I did not add any more. I did not want it that big. Is that fair to say? I like it loose. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't want it that big. Do you have left-handed serrated scissor? Do you have left-handed serrated Kai scissors? Yes, we do. Would you shoot me an email? I know we have them, and I'm not sure the size they are. But if you'll shoot me an email, I can answer you directly. Late but here. Hi, late but here. Yeah, I did finishing. Yay, I did. Oh, you did get your Kai. Good. Good, 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 good. Thank you all. We appreciate your support. I should do a shout out for Kai because it's not only do I love them, the scissor, the product, I love Jeff. I mean, a lot of you know him. You know, he's just such a good guy. So what he does is he literally gives us, no charge, these scissors for us to sell. So every dime that we make off these scissors goes right to Fit to Stitch. No salary for me. One day, I keep thinking one day I'll get a salary, but anyway, no salary for me. 100% goes to Fit to Stitch. So, we can't say enough thanks to him. And we have I think we have 20 sets left. We don't have that many, but I think we've got about 20 sets left. So thank you all for those who have purchased and for those who are going to purchase. We really appreciate the support. Other than the ruching on your sleeve, did you change the sleeve on your blouse? No. So this is the 600 blouse base, and the sleeve, I don't have a picture of the pattern because we don't have the pattern, but pattern number 400 is the woven, it's 5 different sleeves for all the different woven patterns. So remember last week when we did jean jackets, I did that little puff sleeve. That was adorable. There's 5 different sleeves, but those are for the woven body. So that would be all of your numbers 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Those are all woven sleeve bodies. Those are all blouse bodies, I'm going to call them. Not until you hit 1,000 do you jump to jackets. So any of those sleeves can interchange all of those blouses. I mean, I think it gives you a great opportunity to really customize a blouse. You can make all kinds of fun blouses for yourself. It kind of goes back to what my mom says. You take this sleeve and and you put it all together. Okay, Kai is a game changer. It is. Yeah, and the serrated ones, the reason I push those so much is because they, especially like in your lighter fabrics, the whole reason for that serration is they have a tendency to, they'll hold on to the fabric. So the fabric doesn't slip on the scissors, they'll hold on to those fabrics. So they really, those serrated scissors are just fabulous. Kai scissors are, again, good. I'm glad you guys love them. And again, we appreciate the support on that from you all, but also from Jeff because, Mr. Kai, I call him Mr. Kai. And many of you know him because he's been to Puyallup. He's gone to shows all over the place. He's just a super, super nice person. Okay, well, we are so past time, you guys. I don't even know what time it is, but I feel certain it's past our 30 minutes. But anyway, I wanted you to see the trends, the fabrics. We do have fabrics. I think there's a sale going on until midnight tonight. There's a coupon code. So some of the fabrics I mentioned are on sale. If you look in your email and get the coupon code, they'll be on sale, through midnight tonight. Let me answer these questions. Yay! I use them for any and all my fabrics. Yeah, the one thing about Kai's is Kai's have, they're titanium. So supposedly people say, well, you don't want to use your fabric scissors on anything other than fabrics. That's actually not true. Every time you cut, it dulls the blade. It doesn't, that's just science. It just dulls the blade a little bit every time you cut. So if you take your fabric scissors and go cut paper, it doesn't dull them anymore, but it dulls them every time you cut. So if you give them to your kids to go cut paper or your husband to go cut whatever, it dulls your fabric scissors and you get less life out of your fabric scissors. So suggestion to you, don't loan out your Kais just because they dull in time, they dull. I love the serrated Kai. I know, I do too. The serrated are just awesome. I think I have the serrated left hand. I think I have them. Again, if you'll send me an email, let me know. Okay, ladies, if you will hit subscribe. I don't know why I don't memorize this. I should just write it down somewhere. But anyway, if you'll do all of that, that would be really nice. And y'all know we would really appreciate it. But other than that, we're going to say For those of you going to New York, we'll see you Thursday. This is our New York week. I'm more excited. I don't know why I'm so excited about this trip, but I really am. We're just going to have a really good time. We are going, I don't know if I should tell you all this for those of you who aren't going, but Nanette Lepore, there's a company that owns Nanette Lepore, and they're letting us come in behind the scenes. And, you know, we weren't going to be there a lot, but I think it's going to be fabulous. I think it's really, really going to be fabulous, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, I don't see 400. Is it on the Fit to Stitch site? Yes, it is. 400 is a Fit to Stitch donation. It's also a Peggy giveaway donation, you guys. So if you read on there, it says for the pattern and the Kai, all of that goes into the Peggy giveaway. And that's why I said we have through Sunday. And then we're going to do, I guess we'll announce that on Tuesday. Okay? Oh, you guys are the best. Appreciate y'all being here. Love to all of you. You know we love you. Happy sewing. Bye.